Hello, YouTube. This is Debra Smith coming to you today with my Wednesday's food for thought. I hope everybody is having a great day so far. And I'm going to get right into this. My quote today is: we spend too much time overanalyzing, overthinking, and overreacting. I'm going to say that one more time. We spend too much time overanalyzing, overthinking, and overreacting. This is very true about most of us. And I know myself because I tend to overthink a lot. And from time to time, I might overreact, but I definitely overthink a lot. But I'm trying to get away from that. I'm asking God to give me patience, because when you have patience, you won't overanalyze, overthink, and you won't overreact because you have the patience to be still. I looked up the definition for each one of these. Overanalyzing is to study in too much detail. Overthinking is to think about something too long, to form or have in your mind, or to think about too long. Overreacting is to respond more emotionally and forcefully than justified, blowing things out of proportion. And we definitely tends to do that. I know I've did it a many times. But like I say, I'm asking for patience. With patience, we won't do that, because actually one of these things leads to the other. When we overanalyze, we're going to begin to overthink. And when we overthink, that causes us to overreact. So each one of these things leads to the next thing. And overthinking will definitely make things get blown out of proportion, because when we overthink, then we're just manifesting things in our mind. We even frustrates our own self. We get frustrated, we get confused when we overthink, because it can be one way in our mind, and if we keep thinking about it, before long we've made the situation bigger than what it was, and then that's when we cause ourselves to start overreacting. I thought about a lot of times in marriage, when I was married, and watching other people, even my children married. Married people tend to fight over the smallest little simple things. I mean, the biggest arguments in a marriage, I notice, is over simple little things that should have never been blown out of proportion, shouldn't have even never resulted into a argument. But for some reason, it seems to happen that way. And I think it's because we do overanalyze and overthink things in marriage and everyday life, what have you. We tend to do that. And that's how things get blown out of proportion. So in order to do that, we have to ask God for patience. Coming into 2015, I told the Lord that I wanted him to lead me and guide me, that I will put every situation in his hand. And if I do that, then I won't have to overanalyze and overthink and overreact, because I'm leaving it there for him to work it out and for him to guide me on whatever it is. So, in order for us to avoid these three things, we have to ask God to help us change. And if think you okay and you don't need no change, then you do have a real big problem, because everyone needs to change. Change bring about growth. And if you can't change, you can't grow, which means you can't move on into the future and away from the situation that you're in. So yes, change brings about growth. So like I said, if you think you're okay, then you do have a problem, because all of us are growing daily, if we see that we need to change. Yeah, true enough, in some people's minds, they're okay, and they feel they don't need to change, but that's usually why their situation never changes, because, they don't feel they need to change, because the world around us is changing daily. And it's so much chaos in the world today. We don't need chaos in our everyday life. So to avoid chaos, we need to stop over analyzing, overthinking, and overreacting. We need to just learn to have more patience, and therefore we can avoid these three things. I hope that this quote was a help to you all today and caused you to think about, how you view things and how you, think and how you react. And I hope everyone have a fantastic evening. Much love to all of my subscribers, and I pray that you all are being blessed. And until my next video, stay blessed.